The hook that we heard in the piano now is the melody. And now look at this booster line. Balancing on breaking branches. What a beautiful alliteration with the B sound. And defending. What am I defending? Because it was the homeland. Who am I offending now? Cool. And then it says, so I'm leaving out the side door, probably because she wants to go to some kind of primary bridge. And now this is the I don't know, a celebration bit, right? Really, really cool. Well, we could talk about the effects of human smiles on dog behavior, but let's talk song. Today I'm going to be listening to Exile by Taylor Swift, suggested by members LG9U, Georgiana BS, Rafael Figueroa, LBJC, sorry about that, Manu Bandcarve and Haltz Crawford, as well as countless regular viewers. I really want to continue learning about Taylor Swift's amazing songwriting, so without further ado, let's get going. Step 1, find the tonal center. Relatively unusual to have a piano song in the key of F sharp major. The chord progression is a 1 to 6 minor. I'm not going to talk about chord names too much because of all the sharp chaos, but it's F sharp major that goes to D sharp minor, right? 1 to 6 minor with a cool piano hook that may or may not form a central element of the song. So this is what repeats as well. Right? And then we repeat, I believe. Right, this was the intro. I expect the verse now.
I can see you standing.
This is certainly not Taylor Swift.
And honey, with his arms around your body.
The hook that we heard in the piano now is the melody. Right? I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your body.
Laughing, but the joke's not funny at all.
Okay, and when they go back to instead of repeating that other idea as well, it says I believe.
Laughing, but the joke's not funny at all.
I think, right? So the first lyric lines are, I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your body, laughing, but the joke's not funny at all, which is really, really cool because I would even argue that we have got a 4-line structure with 3 long lines and a super tiny line. I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your body, certainly also rhyming, laughing, but the joke's not funny. But this at all, ending the melodic phrase, then is kind of an afterthought to that 3rd line. So you can also argue, and it's probably the way that songwriting or lyric websites will structure this by having just the 3 lines with at all being actually glued to the 3rd line.
And it took you 5 whole minutes and all this love out here in the hall.
Chords and melody do the same thing in the 2nd verse. The lyrics change. And it took you 5 whole minutes to pack us up and leave me with it. So we are in the same rhyming and lyrical pattern as before. Holding all this love out here in the hall. So they certainly, minutes here in the... They don't have that 3rd rhyme word, I believe now. What they certainly find a rhyme for is this at all idea at the end of the 1st verse half. That gets rhymed with the hall. We certainly don't repeat this idiot idea 3 times.
I think I've seen this film before.
I believe that this is a 4 to 5 to 6 minor progression.
I think I've seen.
No.
I think I've seen.
Yes, I just can't play.
I think I've seen this film before, and I didn't like the
4, 5, 6 minor 5.
And I didn't like the ending.
Or
and I didn't like the end.
is it?
And I didn't like the ending.
I think it might be 4 to 5 to 6 minor to 5 with a 3 major in bass. Look at that beautiful development of the bass notes. Right? Going up and up and up. Really cool. The melody forming a totally clear contrast to the verse. We are clearly in a transitional bridge. Says,
I think I've seen this film before.
something like this, right? Let me quickly stop this video for a big thank you to the active financial supporters of this enterprise here, both here on YouTube and over on Patreon. Namely YouTube songists Tom Enrico, LG9U, Jody Henko, Jennifer Grinder and Andrew Morgan, as well as over on Patreon. They are called Song Talkers over there. JC, Amy May, Bloody Mary 26, Jennifer Grinder, again, thank you, Lena, Sarah Dell and Amanda. If the rest of you also want to get early access to the videos, access to exclusive material as well as regular shoutouts here in the video, please check the links in description. On with the show.
And I didn't like the ending. You're not my homeland anymore. So what am I defending?
Same idea repeated. What am I defending? The lyrics say, I think I've seen this film before and I didn't like the ending. Really beautiful contrast of those two lines, forming an A-B rhyming pattern that already hints at a repetition of that structure. You're not my homeland anymore. So what am I defending? I think they now go to a chorus.
You were my town, now I'm in exile, seeing you out.
It's different. Is that the chorus? It certainly features the title of the song, which is Exile, and it changes the chord progression just a little bit.
Now you were my town, now I'm in exile, seeing you out.
So instead of going to that final dominant 5 with 3 major in bass, we actually go to the 1 chord, right? 4, 5, 6 minor, and 1 is the new chord progression with the lyric line. So the transitional bridge ended with, so what am I defending? But the question wasn't over, because it says now as the downbeat melody word, and this now is important because it forms rhyme words. Let's look at melody before we look at lyrics.
So what am I defending now? You were.
What am I defending now? I think is what he does, right?
What am I defending now? You were my town.
Bum, bum.
Now I'm in exile, seeing you out.
Let's look at combination of chords and melody, because I think it's cool. This is the progression, right? Really, really cool to have chord note melodies that make such sense, right? So we start with the actual root note of the chord that then goes to 5th of the new chord, Then ba-dum-bum, fifth of the new chord, ba-da-da-dum-bum, and then root of the last chord. Really, really cool.
Think I've seen this film before.
And going back to that idea from the transitional bridge in terms of lyrics.
I think I've seen this film before.
Changing the melody now, right? I think I've seen this film before, like a refrain line at the end of the chorus. Lyrics of that chorus. Now, right? So what am I defending now? You were my town. Now I'm in exile, seeing you out, with that beautiful repetition of that now sound and forming a lot of ow rhymes with now, town, out. And then the fourth line is, I think I've seen this film before, going back to the ideas from the transitional bridge.
Think I've seen this film before.
This time we actually stay on the 6 minor and not resolve to the dominant or the tonic chord. Back to the verse progression with the 1-6 minor, but a new secondary hook. I think it's new, right? So it's that same motif repeated 3 times, with the third time lagging a bit.
I can see you staring, honey.
Taylor Swift coming in and actually almost repeating the guys. Who's the guy? Justin, I think, right? Justin Vernon from Bon. I keep forgetting Bon Iver, Bon Iver, whatever. That other band. Justin, almost repeating his first line. He said, "I can see you standing, honey," and I can see you staring, honey, which is very powerful as a contrast line.
Like he's just your understudy, like you'd get your knuckles.
Knuckles? I think that was the reason why one of the recent commenters commented it under. Must make sure to remember the songs. Was it Great War? My knuckles were bruised, right? So the knuckles seem to be a recurring theme as well. Lyrics, because chords and melody are the same as with verse number 1. Thank you for that. I can see you staring, honey, like he's just your understudy, like you'd get your knuckles bloody. Going back to that 3 rhyme idea, and the answer tag is now for me.
Second, third, and 100th chances. Those eyes add insult to injury.
And again, this 3 rhyme idea gets no repetition, but instead we only have 2, and then answered with a longer line that still closes the rhyme with for me, now gets rhymed with injury. Second, third, and 100th chances, and now look at this booster line, balancing on breaking branches. What a beautiful alliteration with the B sound. This is certainly the hook of the song, the booster line. Those eyes add insult to injury.
I think I've seen this film before.
And we have got, I think I've seen this film before, right? Going back to all the ideas that we know from the pre-chorus 1.
Didn't like the ending. I'm not your problem anymore.
This is a new lyrical line. I'm not your problem anymore. This was different, certainly different. You're not my homeland anymore.
So who am I offending?
And defending. What am I defending? Because it was the homeland. Who am I offending now? Cool!
You were my crown. Now I'm in exile, seeing you out. Think I've seen this film before. So I'm leaving out the side door.
And an additional line after that resolution of, I think I've seen this film before. And then it says, so I'm leaving out the side door, probably because she wants to go to some kind of primary bridge.
So I'm leaving out the side door.
So I'm leaving out the side door. Again, resolving to that here.
Step right out and cry. I can do for
Really cool. Chord progression, is it a 1-6 minor 5-4?
Step right out. There is no amount I can do for you.
Yes. And a beautiful stacking, harmonizing, and doing Bon Iver, Bon Iver stuff. The melody, which is kind of off the grid a little bit.
So step right out.
Cool. Starting with that F sharp arpeggio and adding the 6. Because we go to the 6 minor chord also.
There is no amount.
Repeat that idea. Boom, boom, ba, da, down.
Cry I can do for
The bum of crying.
you. Of cry
Crying. Going back the stairs that he went up before.
I can do for you.
I can do for you. Something like this, right? So, 2 ideas that go up. Do da da bum, do da da bum, and then the arc closes again. Ba da da dum bum.
All this time, we always walked a very thin line.
It is actually this do 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 bum, but now with more syllables and with less melodic movement. All this time.
For all this time,
All this time. Ba-da-da-da-do. Sorry. Ba-da-bum.
we always walked a very thin line.
Ba-
You didn't even hear me out.
ba-
Even hear me
Never
out.
gave a warning
I
sign.
gave
Bounce. The third instance where we have this.
so many signs.
And this as a hook, and with the counter melodies, very, very beautiful. The warning sign, I think.
Leave so many.
Beautiful.
Never learned to read your mind.
And now this is the I don't know, a celebration bit, right? Really, really cool. We are going to look at lyrics for a minute because I think there are a lot of hidden gems there.
Turn things
You never
around.
gave a warning
I
sign.
gave so many signs. So many.
And now that they like other things. Before we continue liking them with them, we are leaving out the side door and looking at the lyrics of this cool counterpoint primary bridge. So step right out, there's no amount of crying I can do for you. This is the let's say calmer section, and now it gets hurried a little bit with all this time we always walked a very thin line, you didn't even hear me out, you never gave a warning sign, with beautiful w sounds with we and always and walked and warning sign, and then it always starts with all this time, right? All this time I never learned to read your mind, I couldn't turn things around cause you never gave a warning sign, and then now it's the signs that they pamp on.
So many signs.
So many signs. It's always that idea that Taylor Swift gave as an answer that they now found so beautiful that they want to continue with this one.
Didn't even see the sun.
And with that beautiful leading note idea that resolves to that root note of the scale.
I think I've seen this road.
Chorus, good idea.
And I didn't like the ending. You're my
Not really chorus, but pre-chorus, sorry.
what am I defending now?
You're my town.
I think I've seen this one before.
And it is the lyric line that we would expect, but not the melodic phrasing, right? Because up until that point, the end of the chorus was, I think I've seen this film before, but in another phrasing. This here, I think I've seen this way before, was the way that they phrased it in the pre-chorus. The other one was, I think I've seen this way before, I think I've seen this film before, something like this, right? Maybe I can find it.
I think I've seen this film before.
Right? I think I've seen this film before. Something like a resolution. Not here, because they might want to repeat that last chorus, which is why they need that other feeling of I feel I've seen this film before.
I'm leaving out the side door.
And she continues leaving out the side door, but now that resolved to a one chord.
So step right out.
Oh, they reprise in a way the primary bridge ideas.
There is
No amount
I can do for you.
this time. You didn't even hear me out
Don't even hear me.
so many times. It's really beautiful. They know it and they celebrate it. Never really read your mind. You weren't inside so many times. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Around. Instrumental last progression. And they don't resolve. Why would they? Landing on that beautiful 4-chord, creating that Lydian floaty vibe at the end of the song. This was Taylor Swift featuring Bon Iver. And the song is called Exile. Let's take away songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1 is a lyric writing tip, a structure for a verse that, depending on your interpretation of it, might be a 3-line verse or a 4-line verse. I'm talking about the first verse with I can see you standing, honey, and with his arms around your body. Then the 3rd line, I would say, is laughing, but the joke's not funny. And then you have this tiny, tiny tagline at all that we need later to form another rhyme to close the 2nd verse half. Very interesting and detail-oriented songwriting that we can certainly put into our toolbox and keep in mind when writing lyrics for a verse. Songwriting learning number 2 is about recycling of booster lines or strong lines. Just like with I think I've seen this film before, that appears in several instances, but in 2 melodic contexts. First, in the pre-chorus, there it sounds like this here.
I think I've seen this film before.
And then in the chorus, changing the character of this line completely.
I think I've seen this film before.
And then the 3rd context that it appears in is kind of a hybrid between the 2, because it is the chorus, but it is the phrasing that we know from the pre-chorus. I think this was around here.
I think I've seen this film before. So I'm leaving out the side door.
Okay, so 3 different contexts making this a very, very interesting hybrid line that you can change the character just a little bit by changing the melody. And songwriting learning number 3. This is about structuring your song and highlighting your favorite sections. It is totally legal to take this killer stacking counterpoint primary bridge and put it at the end of the song as a repetition and as a reprising element of this beautiful primary bridge. I'm talking about all of this here. So many beautiful, beautiful different lines on top of each other, taking turns and forming a beautiful soundscape. Let's try and adopt this for a second. And this was my live reaction on the fly analysis of Taylor Swift's Exile featuring Bon Iver. If you liked this video, please make sure to give me the thumbs up, to subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel, hit the bell for notifications, and to leave friendly comments, maybe suggesting other songs you would like me to analyze. It doesn't have to be Taylor Swift, by the way. Make sure to get the paying subscription to that thing here for your suggestion getting a higher priority in my list. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about the effects on human smiles on dog behavior now. Bye bye.